So as you all know, that we've been promoting and talking about Win coming to the studio. And we've been talking about this since March. We started talking about it in March, that we were going to be going to Hmoob Nouvelle Fashion Show in November. And we did. And while we were in Minnesota, we had lunch. And they were fully aware of coming into the studio. And we had talked a little bit about it, about what to expect and how we go with our guest. So they were fully aware of what's going on. So I'm going to go with fast forward. And the last couple of weeks, we've again been talking about Win being in Fresno, how exciting it is because we got to meet them already. And we're excited to have them as a guest on the Gen X show. And again, this is like all coming the week of the last couple of days. We've just been talking nonstop, right? And Chris and I, you know, we talk constantly all the time. We play their music and just constantly just sharing with you guys, hey, heads up, reminder of, you know, Win coming. And I'm so sorry that so many of you have been expecting and excited to see them. And then today, no show. Okay. So yesterday, I'm going to start with yesterday. It started off with yesterday and they were supposed to go to Mong Story night at the fairgrounds. So at that time, I was told that they were still with their sponsor. So their sponsor got up and shared with them that they had a big day, that they were going to be going to Home Story or at the fairgrounds. There was a luncheon for them and that was going on. And then they told them, from what I know, this is what happened. From what was shared was that if they're not getting paid, they're not going to show up. And they're going to cancel all events that does not pertain to a concert. And if they're going to be going to somewhere, they want to be paid. And the sponsor, you know, told that to Home Story. And, you know, unfortunately, they, you know, said, you know, that's okay. If that's the case, then unfortunately, you know, we're not going to be able to do that for them. So they had already set up a lunch. They had already ordered. And I did not know any of this. So I happened to go to check out and to support Hmong Story yesterday. And I went about 1 o'clock and, you know, I went live on Facebook. I was on the KVIF page and I got to see it. And you guys will, if you guys did not follow, then you go back and watch that because in that video, you'll see at the end that there was a section of food at the back. So I went back and I was kind of surprised, like, why is there food here? You know, like I thought, you know, it was just the show, but there was food. And again, I left not knowing anything. But then I also thought, okay, maybe it's for everybody being there. So they have food for their volunteers. So I was like, oh, that's amazing. They have food too. So I'm thinking, food, wait, do you guys have food or no? Or maybe it is food for, the volunteers. So I thought that was very special too. Okay. And then I had messaged the sponsors and said, you know, I hope everything is going well today. And just a reminder, we have our meet tomorrow and I'm excited because we've, you know, already shared a post today and so forth. And then I get the news. Oh, that they want to cancel everything that does not pertain to a concert. So I reached out to them and you know, the sponsors gave me their phone number. So I called them and I talked to them. I said, I want to speak to you guys, to the both of you, and I want to hear directly from you. So after I get off work, you know, so I go and meet up with them over at Sherpeek's house and I talked to them a little bit and I told them the understanding of coming on the show, that it is not for me. It is not for Chris. Our show goes on and this is to support them. This is us bringing you on as a guest to our show, to our radio. That as a guest, there's no charge. But if you wanted airtime, then there's a fee for that. And the importance of not just, this is an opportunity for them, but all the fans that have been listening, have been tuning in, that have been waiting for them. Some people who are not going to be able to meet them at the New Year's, if they go to the New Year's. People who are not going to be able to go to their concerts because it's sold out. People who are all over the world. We have fans all over the world. Okay? And I said, again, this is for you guys, not for us. We are doing this because we support you. And I said, well, think about it and, you know, give me a call. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt that you're going to still show up. And if you decide that you're not comfortable to come, then do give me a call because you guys have my phone number and I've texted you as well. You also have me on Facebook, so you can certainly message me. But this is my phone number. All I'm asking is just for you to give me a call if you're not going to come in. That's it. Just give me a call, okay? And they said, okay. And they're like, yeah, we want to come in. We want to come on the show, but we want to go do other stuff too. And I said, I want you guys to do stuff. I want you guys to have fun. I want you to explore. I want you to do what you want to do. But our show is only 1 hour. It's not really 1 hour. It's really only like 45 minutes. And again, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. You guys can sleep on it. And you guys can give me a call if you're not going to show up. Respectfully, give me a call if you're not going to show up. And again, I had conversation with both Win and Hua. Okay? And this was last night. So all day today, I had no response. I had no communication. And Win went live this morning. And I'm going to say, they went on their own. Hua is staying with family. And I'm thankful that you have families here that you can be with and hang out with and connect with, because it'll be a long time before you see them again. I am glad for you, okay? I am happy for you. However, if you're going to not do something, a planned schedule, you want to be an adult, communication is the key, okay? Communication. And after this conversation, there was a communication, okay? So again, I want you to have fun. I want you to do this. I want you to do that. But this was planned. This was scheduled out since September. And we met in November. We had lunch in November. And I spoke with you last night, and you couldn't have the audacity to call me today. I gave you the benefit of the doubt. Anyways, so that goes on, and it comes around to 4:50. Actually, okay, Chris, before you say that. So, here's the thing about it. The sponsors have told me. They have told me, they shared with me what's going on. And they have apologized to me. But here's the thing. When you have two adult people who leave on their own and does not say anything to the sponsors, it's not on the sponsor's hand. It is the people who they are with. They know that they are with. However, they already said yesterday that if they're not going to be paid to be at somebody's house or to have an event or to be somewhere, that it's not a concert where they're performing, they're not going to go. I'm not just anybody. I'm media. I'm a radio station, and I'm giving you this opportunity to come to the radio station. So the sponsor is not at fault, because when they left, Win posted this morning that he left, that it's his birthday, he left, he went to go have fun. Great. I'm happy birthday for you, Win. But again, when they leave outside, it is not the sponsor's responsibility, because they left by choice. And there's a big disconnect in that. That's something that we need to all understand, is that when two adults leave on their own, and this is what they have also said, is that meeting people is not work, is not networking, is not any of that. Their job, their duty, or what they think their job is just performance. I'm going to do quote unquote performance, okay? If it's not a concert, it is not part of the job, okay? So again, I want you guys to have fun. I want them to have fun. But again, this was done. So it's not so when people start blaming, oh, it's the sponsor's fault, it's Hmoobo's fault, okay, They cannot force someone who does not want to go. So yesterday, they got up, they shared with them the agenda, what was going on, and they have already prepared them prior to. They've already known about this. They said they didn't want to get ready. They weren't going to go. But they got ready and they left on their own. They got picked up and left on their own. So this is not Hmoobo's fault. It is not the sponsor's fault. Because when you got two adults who had conversations and who got picked up by other people, family, friends, that is not on the sponsors. Because they're two adults and they left on their own will. So it's quite sad to say that after meeting with them and having a picture with them last night, yes, I took pictures with them last night, and they said that, yes, we want to come, we'll call you. Again, I give them the benefit of the doubt. Call me and I will know. If I don't hear from you, then you are coming in. But if I hear from you, then I know you're not coming in, and then I can make a formal announcement before Gen X. Again, nothing. So 4:50 comes around and I'm like, okay, and again, you can watch that on the KBIF live page because it's not deleted, it's on KBIF. And, we gave them the benefit of the doubt. Again, I kept giving them the benefit. Okay, maybe they're running behind time, and so forth. 5 o'clock, nothing. 5:15, nothing. 5:30, nothing. Obviously, we already knew by then they weren't going to show up. I bought a cake to celebrate Win's birthday, which we also discussed in November. So I show that, yes, it's live on Facebook as well, on Kênh page, because we had prepared for it. We had prepared for them to come in as our guests to welcome them. And by also celebrating Win's birthday. The cake was really good, by the way. I will say that. So they didn't show up today. And to all of the listeners, to all of our friends who tune in every day and who've been waiting, I am truly sorry that you waited and they didn't show up. I cannot do anything about that. The sponsors cannot do anything about that because they were not with the sponsors. They left on their own. And even when Win went live, I commented on his page about being in the studio. He went live a couple of times. And again, it's disappointing that Win and Hua did not want to take this opportunity to come into the studio. And to all of the fans all over the world who have been wanting to hear them as well, they didn't get to hear them.